Morning students. Yesterday Civics Unit 3 State Government I took the continuation of the state government. Listen here carefully students. Election to Legislative Council. After the election in the Legislative Council, 1/3 members were elected by the local bodies. Local bodies, 1/3 members are elected by the local bodies. And 1/12 members by the graduate of the universities in the state. 1/12 members by the graduates of the universities in the state. Then 1/12 members elected by the graduate teachers. 1/3 members were elected by the Legislative Assembly. And finally 1/6 is nominated by the governor. The governor nominated the eminent persons in the field of literature, science, art and social services. The eminent persons were appointed by the governor. 1/6 members nominated by the governor in the field of eminent persons like literature, art, science and social services. Noting the chairman. The chairman is the presiding officer of the upper house. Presiding officer. He is only the preside the meetings, sessions. He is having the power to conduct the meeting in the upper house. Legislative Council is one of the upper house. The presiding officer, the chairman only having the power to presiding officer in the upper house. The chairman and the deputy chairman were appointed by the members. If the absence of the chairman, the deputy chairman look after the chairman's work. The chairman is the presiding officer of the upper house. All the meetings conducted by the chairman and presiding over the meetings. And the chairman and deputy chairman were appointed by the members of the Legislative Council. If the chairman absents, the deputy chairman look after the chairman's work. Yes. Abolition of Legislative Council. Article 169 deals with the abolition or creation of the Legislative Council. The members have the power to abolish or create the Legislative Council. 2/3 members were present and voting is very, very important for abolishing or creating the Legislative Council. If abolish means 2/3 members were present and voting is very, very important. If the create or abolish means abolish the Legislative Council means 2/3 members must vote and present and voting is very, very important. Functions of the state legislature. The state legislature having the more and more powers. The function of the state legislature is a lot legislative powers. The legislative powers, already I told you, in the legislature, the state list is there, central list is there, and concurrent list is there. State list already told you 66 subjects. Concurrent list already told you 47 subjects. And center list having 97 subjects already told you. Center list having the 97 subjects. In the state legislature, they deal with the state list only. State list, state subjects or 66 subjects, having the 66 subjects, state list. They are having the legislative powers, state list. 66 subjects look after the state list, and concurrent list. Concurrent list means what? Both center and state followed in these 47 subjects. The common for state list and central list. That is known as concurrent list. That is 47 subjects. 47 subjects suitable for both center and the state. So, in the legislative powers in the state, 66 subjects are suitable for the state list, and also concurrent list also suitable for state legislature. The passing bill also, same procedure in the Union Parliament. All bill passed by in the state legislature, before passing the bill, same procedure were followed in the Union Parliament. Every bill passed through the 3 readings. 3 readings were given to every bill passed through the 3 readings. All the bills passing before, the governor assent is necessary. Governor assent means permission. Assent means permission is necessary for passing the bill. Financial powers. The legislature controls the finance of the state. The lower house having the power, all the money matters compared to the upper house. Lower house only having the lot of powers in the money matters. Then only the upper house. Money matters deal by the lower house only. All the members enjoy the money bills. Money matters. All the members in the lower house only. Lok Sabha members enjoy the money matters. Money bills introduce only the lower house only. Lower house only introduce the money bills. In the assembly, there is no new tax were levied to the people. Without permission of the assembly, there is no tax were levied in the assembly. Without permission of the assembly, no one levied the taxes to the people. The tax were used for public welfare purpose. But without permission of the assembly, no one levied the tax. Control over the executive. The Council of Ministers have the responsible in the assembly. Council of Ministers headed by the Chief Minister in the state. The ministers, the Council of Ministers, answerable if the members ask any question in of the legislature. All the questions answered by the ministers. If the legislative assembly, legislative council, the members ask any question, the ministers give the correct answer. Members of the legislature provide exact answer to the ministers. motion were passes, all the ministry will resign. Already told you, no confidence motion, Nambikilla Tirmanam. Already told you. Nambikilla Tirmanam, Kunduvanda, entire ministry will dissolve. Now, listen here, carefully students. Once again, I am going to recall. Election to Legislative Council. After the election of the Legislative Council, there are a lot of members were appointed. Particularly, 1/3 members were appointed by the local bodies. 1/12 members appointed by the graduates of the universities in the state. And 1/12 members were appointed as a graduate teachers, by the graduate teachers. And 1/3 members were elected by legislative assembly. And 1/6 is nominated by the governor. The eminent persons like literature, science, art and social services. In these field, eminent persons were appointed by the governor. Appointed by the governor noted. The chairman is the head of the legislative council. Presiding officer also, he is look after the sessions, meetings, every meetings presiding over by the chairman of the upper house. The chairman and deputy chairmen were appointed by the members. If the chairman absents, then deputy chairman look after the chairman's work. Noted. Abolition of legislative council. Article 169, the abolition or creation of the legislative council. Given importance to the abolition and abolition or creation of the legislative council. If want to abolish or create, 2/3 members were present and voting is very important. 2/3 members assent is important. Present and voting. After that only they can abolish or create the legislative council. Functions of the state legislature, legislative powers. The legislation having the powers in the state list is there, concurrent list is there and central list is there. State list consists of 66 subjects, concurrent list consists of 47 subjects and central list consists of 97 subjects. In the state legislature, suitable for only state list and concurrent list. So, concurrent list 47 subjects, both center and the state, common for that subject. Common subjects. 47 subjects common for state and center. So, it is suitable for state list and concurrently suitable for state legislature also. The passing bills in the state legislature, the same procedure is very, very important in the union parliament. Every bill passed through the 3 readings. 3 readings, the governor assent is needed. Assent is necessary. Governor assent is, permission is necessary. Financial powers. The legislative council controls the finance of the state. Finance of the state controlled by the legislative council. All the money matters having the power only the lower house. Money matters compared to the upper house, lower house only, all the money matters, power goes to only the lower house. Lower house members enjoys the money matters. Then the upper house. The money bills introduce only the lower house. Lower house only introduce the money bills. All the money bills introduce only the lower house. Lok Sabha. In the lower house, new tax were levied. Without permission of assembly, no one tax were levied to the people. Without permission of the assembly, noted. Controls over the executive. The executive control over the legislature, state legislature, having the control over the all the executives. Many more and more ministers are appointed. Particularly the Council of Ministers is responsible in the assembly. The Council of Ministers answer. If the ministers ask any question, the members of the legislature ask any question, the Council of Ministers is responsible to answer the questions. Answer the question. If the no confidence motion passes, vote of no confidence motion passes, entire ministry will be resigned. Okay then, see you tomorrow.